Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And again, I want to thank our witnesses. If you were here in the first panel, you heard about my unique perspective in this matter, but I'm going to repeat it. So I started my career as a nurse. So after having done med-surg nursing and emergency room nursing, as a newly minted lieutenant stationed at Walter Reed, I was placed on a neurosurgery floor. And we had a variety of patients, patients who were comatose from traumatic brain injury, patients who had ruptured aneurysms, strokes or hemorrhagic strokes, and it was left to the nurse to have these very difficult conversations with family members, whether or not to remove their family member from life support and how to navigate and support that family. And then the secondary conversation of whether they would be an organ donor. That held me very well as I went on to medicine and medical school and did emergency room trauma surgery. I did a general surgery internship, even though I was going into ophthalmology, was on the transplant service. So again, as the intern, having these conversations with family members in a system that did not exist then as it does today. And very challenging to talk to family members about removing an individual from life support, that they're given all the medical knowledge that we had and belief in God that they were not going to recover, and then to secondarily have conversations about donating organs. We certainly have progressed since then. You have advanced directives. You have conversations with family, not enough. On our license, driver's license, you can elect to donate. And then as an ophthalmologist, performing transplants for vision. And I can tell you how grateful individuals are, how parents are for their child who has an inherited disease and can't see, to then see. Adults who have traumatic injuries from chemicals, alkali burns, before we had stem cells, which we can now also transplant. And then those with keratoconus or other inheritable eye diseases, and to be part of that network of giving vision and, in fact, giving life. And that requires trust, and it requires trust of those who donate, the family members who have to make that decision in the absence of consciousness for their loved one, and then in those that receive organs knowing that they came from a place of appreciation, gratitude, and love. So there's a trust within this system that I think is extraordinarily important for all of us. Not a new concept, but this merging and arrangement of the, in September 2023, securing the U.S. Organ Procurement and Transplantation Network Act, when it was signed into law, is to help with this disparity of education, communication, involving people so that there are more organs available to save life and to save vision. And so I would just say, having been in medicine and in this, the first thing you want to do is admit you have a problem. You want to acknowledge that problem, and you want to offer solutions. So Dr. McBride and Dr. Formica, I appreciate you offering solutions. I think what's imperative is that UNIS, OPTN, HRSA, and CMS all come together and develop those standards. We know that if somebody is an addict and overdoses, that brain function can be altered by the medications that they may have been on or sedatives. And this delicate dance that we do, and I call it a dance, and it's the wrong word, but this conversation we have with families so that we can help to continue that trust. Strongly support what you're doing, but I'd like the commitment from all of you that you will work to have these conversations where there does not even need to be congressional action, that you will work with HRSA, CMS, to bring this system together to have the appropriate standards and guidelines in place so that families, patients, and those who are transplanting and nurses working in that area have the assurance that that will occur. Dr. Massa?
Absolutely, and thank you for everything that you did in support of donation and making sure those people receive their second chance.
Dr. McBride?
Absolutely. Thank you, Congresswoman, for everything.
Dr. Formica?
I agree with you completely.
So,
Absolutely, and if we need more help, we're coming to you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for the suggestions that you gave us and recommendations that we can act upon. Thank you. I yield back.